In the previous video, after I dropped anchor, I reversed the boat over there on the rocks. Let me show you the little bite that's out of the rudder. And the steering broke, but luckily, like when I got off, the boat went in the right direction. I noticed that steering didn't work anymore, but I dropped anchor because the boat was going away from the rocks, and now I'm trying to fix it. That's why it's such a mess here, because when they were building this boat, they just didn't really, you know, pay enough attention to easily get to that part of the boat. So you either have to go lie down all the way in the hatch, or you'd have to create an opening yourself here by cutting it open. I found my emergency tiller, so at least I can steer the boat right now. I'm trying to find the problem now. Let's go in the hatch and let me try to show you. The camera like this. So the steering is over there, and let me get the camera closer. So here, this part is supposed to be connected to that part. There's a little pin that's supposed to be in it, and it's out. I don't know if it's broken, but I'm gonna try to push it back in. So this is the pin. It still looks like in a good condition. So either it's just knocked out or something else is broken. I think I can fix it good enough. Like if you want to fix it 100%, you have to take the rudder off and you have to lift the boat out of the water, which I prefer not to right now. So I think you can fix it good enough, but I do not have on the boat what I need. Canouan here apparently does not have a lot. I'm gonna check if they have. I'm gonna go with the tiller here, and check what they have. It's like a dinghy now. They just left all the stuff here because, you know, I'm not gonna, it's only a mile and a half and there's no waves. It should be easy to get there. How's that feel?
Like a dinghy. Right, left.
A guy stopped at the boat to ask if we need something. There's barely no marine store here, but there is a little hardware store, which generally is not very helpful because they often have galvanized stuff and not stainless, which is important. So the first thing we're going to do is drive around and ask other boaters, because other boaters also have a lot of stuff on the boat. I've got help from a neighbor. We figured out that actually the quadrant, we can take it out. It's 2 parts, and he's going to explain now what the problem is. Are you?
I'll try. So the quadrant's cracked. It's obviously been had a substantial crack in it for a long time, because the new break is only a very small proportion of the overall area. Most of the crack is quite old, but it's also cracked in multiple places. So it's cracked through the web, it's cracked through the bolt hole as well.
So basically we're happy this does not happen on a Pacific crossing.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Well, you know, I've been learning a lot in the last few years, and this is another new thing to learn about boats.
Yeah, good. Possibly repairable with a good machine shop. Maybe relatively easily replaceable. Steering quadrant should be fairly standard. Just got to find one for the right size shaft, really.
Good morning. It is almost 7 in the morning, and yesterday there's really not much on Canouan, but there is a car repair shop and they're actually helping me fix the part, but the drills we were using yesterday did not want to go through the stainless steel. So they open at 7 in the morning, so I'll go back and I think we're gonna get it fixed today. Welcome to Canouan. It is in this big factory complex here. We're bending a old chain plate of mine to be here as now. I did not film the garage because they preferred not to be on social media. Let me show you. Alright, so now there's a nice L-bends piece over here. I'm happy. I was actually not thinking we get it fixed here. So when I'm busy on here anyway, I'm just going to put some new stuffing in this stuffing box over here because now it's easy to get to.
Yeah.
Just cut 3 new stuffing pieces to size, and they're all out here, so I can put them back in now. There's only a little bit of flow of water coming out. It's not really a lot. Alright, new stuffing is in. Now we're gonna put the keyway back in with a bit of grease. After half an hour lying upside down, trying to get it in, my neighbor is giving it a go because getting a bit lightheaded here. I'm just playing Twister with my new neighbor. I got a light in my right hand and rudder, the tiller in my left hand, and my neighbor's upside down. Very, very grateful that they are at this anchorage from the few people that are here, because you get stuck when you do these things alone. Like, oh no, we're stuck too, but you get stuck. When you're alone, things take 5 times longer because you just get stuck at one thing and can't continue. But 2 people is such a change. So I actually think in half an hour this is going to be fixed. Okay, it seems to be good enough again. I'm gonna show you. So you see, so that's how it works. So we tightened up the metal cables too. Nice. We're gonna put all the stuff back again, and then in the next months I'll also start looking for another replacement quadrant. But for now, we can continue. My neighbor is leaving the anchorage. Thank you so much for your help. Everything is back together. I have learned very valuable lessons in the last few days that are gonna help me in a very long future. And also I'm going to keep the emergency tiller really close by, that if something happens in an emergency situation, that I'm immediately able to pull it out and steer the boat away from danger. One of the other things I noticed is that there's 0 play from the steering wheel to here, and it's never been like that. There's always been quite a bit of play. So part of this problem has probably been there since I owned the boat. Are you ready to go explore something of this island?
Yeah, of course.
I think we are so ready to go to shore and just have a nice walk, knowing that if we want anytime we can just continue. Just parked the dinghy over there. The thing with Canouan is half of the island is private. All that part over there is private. It's part of a resort. You can visit the other side. And here's a nice beach. Let's go. This is the main street. We're on the right side here. I had the part of the boat fixed, and we're going to continue the main street. On the left side of the main street, some vendors for fruit and vegetables. Just walking up the hill to get the views. We just walked to the other side of the island, the east side of the island. So all that area over there apparently is a resort. And we're gonna walk to that little beach over there. Apparently this is the entrance to the beach. I don't think that a lot of people go here. Might have been a restaurant, which is definitely not at this moment.
Is that possible?
I think it's possible. I think so, yeah.
This other way abandoned.
Otherwise we can turn
That's
around and
why.
go back. I thought this was the road to the beach, but apparently it is not. This is a, well, I don't know if it was a restaurant or a house. I think it was a kitchen here. I think it's more likely that it was a house. It's just, it's on the east side where the wind comes towards the land. I have to be careful, there's glass here. And it's just really harsh environment. All that wind always coming towards the house. That's likely my guess why it's abandoned or broken once and not restored. But, you know, if you cut away some of those trees, it's an absolute beautiful place. It's quite pretty if you think about it. This is the kitchen. So you're standing in the kitchen and you're cooking, and at the same time you have this amazing view. We made it. It's a pretty nice beach actually. We got a new friend who's been following us from town. Want a beach walk? Come on, come on. About to leave to the Tobago Cays, and one thing I changed is my setup of my emergency tiller. So now I got like this, open the hatch, pull it out, and I can just push it on and immediately steer if necessary. There's a bolt supposed to be in between here, but I taped it on the side so I don't have to unscrew it, take it out. I can literally just put it on and steer. Are you ready to go to the Tobago Cays?
Yeah, I think that it's time for explore a new place after the was broken.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
She hasn't. It's really pretty place. This is still Canouan. And then the Tobago Cays are straight ahead, about 7 miles apart. In order to get to the Tobago Cays, we have to navigate here through a reef area. Here it is. Welcome to the Bahamas of the Caribbean. It is absolutely beautiful here. On the way here, I noticed some things. That is the first time I've been here before, only for one night, and what I noticed then was I was so scared to do that last passage because it's really narrow. And now, after a year more experience, it's like, huh, okay, didn't feel as scary anymore. Last time I was here only short, I was alone, it was a bit boring. So I'm really excited and happy to be back here, not alone. Yeah, steering held well, so that's all good. I forgot to say, this is one of the few places that you pay per night to be in the East Caribbean. It's about 30 US per night if you're with 2 people, and it doesn't matter if you're on anchor or on a mooring buoy. I anchored in 10 feet deep in the beautiful sand. And I fell back until I got quite close to the reef so that we can swim to the reef from the boat. It's a little rolly, I wasn't expecting that. Dani's first impressions?
Really it's like the Bahamas, but I can't say that it's like the Bahamas because I don't know the Bahamas. But really the water is like a crystal. Como... Ay, otra vez.
No, you're doing perfect. You're doing absolutely perfect. You don't have to.
I like it.
Great.
I like it.
Are you ready to go swim?
Yeah.
The Tobago Cays is protected from the waves by a gigantic reef. It is, however, fully open to the wind. I'm on anchor. I love to be on anchor. I really trust my anchor. There's another boat on anchor that you don't see right now. You do see on the other side of the island a whole bunch of other boats, mostly catamarans. They're all on mooring buoys. I prefer to, you know, have a little more privacy if possible. All right, let's go swimming. I think there's a big stingray under the boat. Swam to the beach here, absolutely beautiful. There were not a lot of turtles or fish around today, but we're going for an extended swim tomorrow. Day 2. So there should be a rope next to it, but be careful because sometimes it can be sharp.
Yeah.
You see a rope? There are bubbles everywhere so you don't damage the reef. So we are tied to one now, so we're gonna explore this reef now. The Tobago Cays is a wildlife reserve. It's a number 1 or 2 thing to visit in the whole country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, depending on which website you look. Fishing is forbidden in the reserve. It's full with turtles and famous for its different shades of blue colored water. Try to find some turtles. In this video we went from the boat is broken and I have no idea how to fix it and how long it's going to take, to fixing it and continuing to visiting one of the most amazing places in the world. Thank you for coming along on a journey and we hope we have made your Sunday a little better. And if this is something you ever want to do, always remember, if I can do it, then you can do it too. We'll see you next time.